Hi everybody, today's video is a review, or whatever you want to call it, transformation video. Is pretty much, I don't know, I've been working on this video for, I've been wanting to do this video for a really long time. I've been trying to put this guy together for a couple years now. I finally got all the parts together, thanks to a couple different sellers on eBay, on Facebook. Basically just putting this guy together from all the parts. I have a bunch of parts. I have extra arms now. I have extra cab parts, extra forearms. I have extra legs. I have a bunch of extra parts now because I've been putting this guy together forever, and I finally got enough parts together. Now I have a grill. I need to replace it, but I haven't gotten around to that because it's kind of a pain to do. But this is Powered Convoy. This is the Diaclone Pre-G1 blue Optimus Prime that people talk about. Oh, I forgot to put a buggy in there. Let's get the buggy in there. Don't forget the buggy. We also have the buggy. Don't forget. And this is all original parts. This is all legit. Took me forever to put it together, but I'm super excited to do this review because this is one of my favorites. I love this figure. Now I don't have the Mechie version. The Mechie version has the chrome trailer plate, but that's okay because it falls apart. So I'm very happy to have one with all the little clips, you know, still together. It's got a little bit yellowing. I need to go through and, you know, I don't know what to do about that. Maybe try to do it. I'm a little bit scared to try to fix the yellowing there on the top of the cab. But yeah, I love it. It doesn't quite stand up in the cab doesn't quite stand up in people mode, but that's okay. I've got the I don't have the real rockets. I do have the real rockets. I don't have the gray rockets that are so hard to get, or they're expensive, or I don't ever see them pop up. But I have these versions. These are the real deal. I have some KO ones that are also don't have springs in them, but no, these are real. These are the bumper rockets from I think it was like the Joustra version, or one of the European ones. Toy rules at the time required them to have bumpers, so you don't have the real rockets that the Japanese one had. But that's okay because I'm happy to just have this. The chrome's all worn off. It's all scraped off, and it's actually like a black color underneath there. All the parts are black underneath the chrome. Looks like somebody tried to touch it up a little bit. But yeah, let's get to transforming them. Let's see here. What's the best way to transform? I have to be super careful because everything on this figure is like ultra fragile, and it's not even the Mechie one with all the problems. So you got the standard, you know, G1 Optimus Prime transformation, except for, you know, this kind of came first, guys. Kind of came first. No, I'm just joking. I'm not that particular, but I don't care if you call him Blue Optimus Prime. It's cool. Or Delta Magnus, I think is what they started calling him now. It's pretty cool. Got the little cab. You can put the guys inside. Arms still click. Oh, I just lost a rocket. Bumper rocket. I'll pull those off because those are going to fire everywhere if I'm not careful. There we go. The rocket launchers. Basically the same as the, what is it? Ultra Magnus. Same exact figure as Ultra Magnus, except for, you know, blue and a little bit more fragile. As you can see, he's got the square pegs, which the Walmart reissue of the Optimus Prime has. But he's also got the line there that goes toward the back instead of toward the front of the cab. I think the newer one, the re-release, reissue, whatever you want to call it. Now let's see if he stands there, because he doesn't like to stand up. He likes to like tip backward like that, go, ugh, I hate Mondays. But yeah, so there we go. He's let's see if maybe he stands better usually when I put the arms forward. He's got the little pelvis clicky thing is, the clickies are a little bit worn down. He does not like to stand. Okay, let's not touch him. Let's not breathe. Don't do anything, guys. At home, if you're at home right now, just don't breathe on your screen because he's gonna just tip over. Anyways, I've got the helmet. You know, I don't have the really cool one with the pegs on the top that stick out, but I have this version. I have a couple of these actually. I have two of these. I'll probably sell them off at some point to recoup some of the costs on this guy. Not that he was that expensive because I got him in parts, but you know, it's nice to get a little bit of money back that I can spend on other Diaclone stuff. I've got the regular chest piece. I don't have the cool, shiny, mechy chrome one. I had a chance to get one, but they're so expensive. This has the wheels, though, which was huge because so many of these don't have the wheels anymore. And, like, a big part of this, especially, like, with the Ultra Magnus one, it doesn't roll at all. It doesn't even come with wheels. You can roll it, and it's like, you know, you put that on there. It's like a little extra spaceship. It squeaks a little bit. I would grease it, but I'm afraid of, like, dissolving the plastic. And then I've got, you know, the powered buggy for my powered convoy. It's got the gun. That's pretty cool. Oh, I didn't bring the fists. I had the fists too. The big fists for the big figure. I might pause the video at some point and run and grab those. I'll do a separate video for this guy because he's, or she, I don't know. I have no idea what Buggy is. Buggy is kind of like inanimate. I don't think it really has a name. This is a legit, like, real one. It's way heavier duty than the repro ones I've witnessed. I have a purple repro one, and it's like super light. This is like ultra heavy duty, like what you think of when you think of like G1 Transformer heavy duty. Like the plastic is like legit. Put the little gun on top, and then we got the trailer. You know, it's pretty cool. It's a lot clickier than the G1 Ultra Magnus mold. A lot clickier, a lot scarier to transform, obviously, because it's a bit rarer. I only have one leg panel. And no stickers. No stickers on the leg panel, and I'm missing a sticker there. I'm missing a bunch of stickers. They're all the paper stickers, though, which is cool. The ones that are still there. You know, it's got one belt. I think it came with 2 originally. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and transform him and turn him into the giant guy. Oh no! Somebody sneezed on their screen. No, I'm gonna transform him into his big giant people mode. Gatai mode. I think that's what they call it. I don't remember. There you go. You transform him like that, so he's like this walking block. Sorry, every time I transform him into this mode, I'm like, oh look, he's a ballerina. That's really, he's a tough guy, but he's also a ballerina. And so here we go, we got the trailer. And so for the trailer, you have to pop these up, and they get stuck sometimes. As you can see, there's like the little thing on here on the side that flips. It pops to the side. What you have to do is you have to like, unpeg it. And it's like almost as bad as like modern Transformers unpegging. Then you gotta swing this around, and this one's actually broken on this side. But you have to like hinge them. They rotate into place. And this one's still good. Yay! So I have one broken one and one not broken one. I'm not exactly sure what broke on this one. I'm not sure if it just like popped out or what. I can't seem to get it to stay in place. It's like wobbles. Anyways, so you do that. You flip this up. Hopefully I don't mess up any transformations here. There's little pegs here and here inside this area right here. There's this little peg that goes into here, and you have to kind of clip it in. Be careful with all the clips if you have this figure, any of the molds really, because they are kind of a bit, I don't know, finicky? Finicky is the word? Is that the word? Anyways, pop these apart, obviously really carefully. There's 2 levels of ratchet. There's that ratchet, and then there's this ratchet, and then at the end is the hands. And then these little clips here go onto this here, and you have to be really careful not to snap it and break it forever, because then you won't have that anymore. And I just kind of bend the elbow up, pop this out, because that turns into a belt. That's the tow hitch. And then snap that over, push this up, push this up. It's pretty simple transformation. If you have the G1 Ultra Magnus, obviously it's basically the exact same thing, except for in arguably better colors. I like to think it's better colors. I think it's definitely more Diaclone, because it's more standard Diaclone colors. Let's see if I can get this to go on there. It doesn't want to go. Okay, never mind. I'm not going to force it, because that will break it. I'm just going to leave that on the thing if it doesn't want to go. I don't know. I have some, maybe this is one of the repro ones. No, that's a legit one. That's a real one. I have a repro one somewhere. So I don't know. And then you just kind of put this guy in the back. and his wheel axles, these tires are kind of bubbled, but the wheel axles actually go into this little notch here. The original of this figure, this figure was the first one to have those wheel pegs, and pretty much everyone after that has those wheel pegs, right? Every reissue after that. But the original, if you get, okay, so the original one has the original Optimus Prime looking one, the red one for Battle Convoy, has no peg. So, oh no, did I lose some plastic? What is that? Oh no, it's just a piece of rock. I'm all freaking out. I'm like, oh, I lost something. I lost a piece. Anyway, so this, oh, it was a piece of the tire. Ooh, I'll have to get find some new tires. These tires are all puffed up. Anyways, you have the this little notch here, and it goes into there. But you also have the hand holes for the little fists. I don't have the regular fists, but the regular fists go into those. It goes into these these pins here, right here and right here, and you just kind of pop it in and it lines up, and ta-da! Hopefully, I don't pop any more tire off. That is unfortunate. Oh no! Don't break. There you go. I don't transform this guy very often. He basically sits on a shelf. It's very sad. It's a very sad state of affairs. I wish I could if I had one of the reissues, I could play with it more, but I don't have any of the reissue versions, and hence, so this belt would normally go right here. Obviously, I can't do that since it's not going. I have the little cart, little hover cart race car thing, and there's a little notch right here. I don't know if you can see that, and then there's a notch on here, and you can just kind of pop it into place. If I can line it up, there you go, and it stays in place, and you can still see through the little windows, so your little Dianauts can sit inside there. And you can do the, like, and I have the fists somewhere. I'll run and get those real quick, and then I'll be right back and set this up. But first, I gotta put these on here. I don't know if this is the correct transformation. I've seen there's been some complaints on the internet lately about people assembling this guy wrong, and I don't know what the correct assembly is for this guy because I've never seen like ads or anything for him, so I just kind of assemble him however I want. So if I've done something wrong, you know, comments. There's comments down there. There we go. Got my hands on the screen. Down there are comments, and you can tell me what I did wrong, and maybe I'll post a fix. You got the 2 rocket launchers, the gig or the gig bumper rockets, and here's the gun. And let me go grab the I'll grab the fists real quick. All right, back, and in the magic of TV, you can't tell that I was gone. Yay, I was gone for like 10 minutes. So I'm like, where did I put his hands? And there's his hand, and there's his other hand, and now he has 2 hands and a gun. And hopefully that's the correct hand. I have no idea. But yeah, so I love this figure. Really wish I had another leg plate. I got the little buggy here. And then, you know, I've got this is not the correct Dianaut, obviously. This is the one from the Drill Dasher, but whatevs. I don't have the actual pilot for this one, but I have most everything else, so pretty happy. He can roll. He can roller skate, just like the new Battle Buffalo that just came out. The Diaclone V2 Battle Buffalo. So what I do most of the time when I do this, is I have this extra set of, I got an extra set of yellow and black Dianauts from the, what was it? Moonbase version of DA01, the original, the Dio Battles V2, the blue-ish colored, grayish colored one. I have extra pilots from that I got off of, what is it? Yahoo Japan for like $15 or $12 or something, and then, you know, an exorbitant amount of shipping to get them shipped over here. But I use these guys because they look kind of like the original, and I just put them inside, and then they, you know, it works great. Since I do a lot of the Diaclone V2 stuff, but I also have some V1 pilots. You can kind of put them up here and just have them like hang out. It's not like on Great Robot Base. They don't actually magnetize to it. Although I do have magnet sheets I could add, but why would I do that to a vintage figure? No idea. I could do it though. I wouldn't. It's probably not the best idea, but you know, there you go. You got your Powered Convoy in full mechy mode. What is this called? There's a name for this when they're assembled like this. I can't remember, but it's, you know, big robot mode. And then, so that's that mode. I love it. I love the shoulder things, the big giant shoulder things. They're kind of hard to see in this background, but great figure, great figure. The back is not amazing, but that's okay. It's a fantastic figure. It's really fun to, you know, set him up like this. He gets in a battle or he gets attacked by war rooters, and then, you know, he turns in this mode and, like, beats them up or stops them or whatever you want to say. I don't know how violent we're being, you know, today. Maybe I'm not being so violent today. Maybe he just, like, you know, intimidates them with his size. But anyways, yeah, so then you can disassemble this. Change him back to, there's a couple other modes. I definitely like this thing with the little, when you put the helmet on the top, that's so cool. It's like big giant turret, spaceship, race car, Formula One. I don't know. It's cool though. And there he is with his tiny head. He's like, look at me, I'm tiny. I'm less intimidating. Do 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 do. Okay, sorry. That's gonna irritate some people, I'm sure. So that's one of the modes, and then the other mode that I do quite a bit is convert it to, it's like a, what do you call it, like rocket launcher mode or something. It's basically just the car mode, the trailer mode, with these set up as like a launch pad. Then you can launch like Diaclone off of it. At least that's how I do it. Let me see if I can get these to go. There we go, like that. Kind of set it up like that. You have to be careful with these pegs though, because it doesn't exactly go flat. But you get this all set up here, and you can set it as a launcher for your, if you have Diaclone, which I do, because that's like the one I had when that was like the only Diaclone thing I had when I was a kid, other than like a couple pilots. You set it up like this, and you can kind of put the Diaclone on it, or I guess you could have this thing launch off of it. You know, now when it is in trailer mode, you can park all the cars on it, like in the Diaclone commercials. You can put like the Corvette on top and the Lamborghinis, all the cool, all those cool like pre-G1 later became G1 vehicles. You can do that. You can drive this guy up it. Woo! You can park this. You can park the truck mode on it. I mean, when it's in, you know, actual trailer mode. So yeah, if you got Diaclone, and of course, if you've seen any of my other videos involving Diaclone, you know what's going to happen next. I have to do that classic sound, and then I can show you how that all works out. And actually, if you want to check colors, oh my gosh, they're the same blue. Who would have thought? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, they're definitely meant to go together. I should probably put his head inside. This is probably going to irritate people, so I'm going to fix that real quick before I get like complaints in the. I'm definitely going to get some complaints if I don't address that, because it's just like it's kind of wrong, you know. There we go. I'm going to give him back in car mode, truck mode, car robot mode, car robot mode. Yeah, so let's get these all lined up here so we can be like, oh look, I've got all the guys hanging out. They're just hanging out. And then, you know, a bunch of accessories on the sides. Okay, anyways, so yeah, so next step is obviously the, love that. Almost my favorite part is when this thing pops up. Sometimes it just pops up while it's transforming. It's wonderful. Now I'm going to do something I never do, because I'm afraid these things are going to pop off permanently and never be broken off. Because it's surprisingly rare to have a Diaclone that is not decimated in some way. But actually, this is one of the modes. It's basically like a jet launcher. I've heard of people like putting the G1 or the pre-G1 jets, I don't know what they're called, but I mean, I don't know what the transformer names are, but like the blue jet and the burgundy colored jet, putting them on here and lining them up. But Diaclone fits perfectly. It like lines up, everything lines up perfectly on Diaclone for it to launch off of this, which is just fantastic, because there's just like, even like the modern Diaclone line is so cross compatible. Well, the vintage ones were too, and a lot of people aren't aware of that, so I like to point that out. And this is like my favorite setup mode, you know, to have that just going like that, and you can launch the, you know, Diatrain off of the thing, or Diatrain, whatever you want to call it. But anyways, that's another fun little side thing you can do. I like my cross compatibility. Anyways, so yeah, convert it back into a truck and trailer mode. Be very, very careful extending these as before. I'm so scared. This is worse than popping the legs off of Big Powered. Anyways, yeah, so that's my review. I love this figure. It's fantastic. If you can get this version, or you can get the if you have to get the G1 Ultra Magnus version, hey, look, the G1 Ultra Magnus will work just as well, as long as you know, try not to get the one with the all plastic tires. Get the rubber tire one. It's cooler. If you want to keep your Transformer street cred. Put the belt back on here as a tow hitch. I guess it did fit. No, it fits on that side. Okay, never mind. But yeah, so you can put that in there. There's a little hole at the bottom. You can put it in there. Oh, don't break. Put that like that. Pop up these flaps. There's little tabs for the flaps right there. Just right here. Pretty cool. Pop that down. If I had both ramps, I do have both ramps. I don't know where the other ramp is. The little side tab. This little side tab here popped off, so it's like doesn't attach. I don't throw away my broken Transformer parts or Diaclone parts. This can be loaded in here, just like when it's a chest piece. Gives you a nice place to store the equipment. I have the fists. I don't know where to put the fists half the time, so I just put them on here like this or something, just to store them somewhere. And then the guns, it starts getting iffy after a while because you don't know where to put everything. I wish it was easier to store everything. I have to kind of like come up with creative ways of storing everything so that it all fits. Yeah, so that's that. Got the little car. I put the person in the car. Probably do another video where I review just the buggy because it's pretty cool. You just drive this up the back. Woo! Let's get this into the frame. If I had both ramps, it'd be easy to drive it up in the frame. And then, as I was saying before, you can put all your other, you can park them up on top like an actual like car hauler. The gun goes somewhere. I have no idea where I'm going to put it. I guess oh, I can put it right. I can put it on the buggy. There we go. Problem solved. Okay, cool. And that's about it. That's my transformation and review. I mean, it should be kind of obvious to most people that have been around Transformers for a while how it transforms, but it's always fun to see it. You don't see too many of these in videos on the internets, YouTube, etc. So it's fun to look at it, and I put it together from parts, so you know, it's something to be proud of, I guess. Anyways, as always, thanks for watching.